What is going on YouTube? Today I'm going to be taking on the BEEP test, otherwise known as the PACER test, which stands for Progressive Aerobic Cardiovascular Endurance Run. This is one of the best ways, if you don't have a lot of the fancy exercise science and exercise physiology equipment to measure your VO2 max and overall aerobic conditioning. All you need is a device to sound off the audio that I'm going to talk about here in a second, and then basically two marked out lines that are 20 meters apart. Now I already marked out my lines. One of them's over here off the screen. The other one's way down there. They're 20 meters apart. If you're in the United States, that's 65 feet and 7 inches. This test operates off of a very specific audio. If you look up on YouTube the PACER test audio or the BEEP test audio, it will give you a video that's about 22 or 23 minutes in length, which is about the entire length of the whole test. But the way that it works is every single time that audio sounds off a beep, you're gonna run from line 1 down to line 2. And then when it beeps again, you're gonna go from line 2 down to line 3 and essentially so on and so forth until you can't keep pace with the beeps. Every single subsequent round, the beeps are going to get shorter and shorter. So you're gonna have less and less time to get from one line to the other. So not only is it looking at how quickly you can move from one line to the other and how quickly you can change direction, but also how well you can stay on top of the pace of this thing. I've done this test before. It's incredibly challenging. I was super winded and almost threw up the last time I did that, which was about 5 years ago. I'm coming into this kind of cold turkey today. I haven't really trained much for this specific test. So I'm excited. This is essentially week 1 of a 6-week strength series that we are doing on the FLO Functional Training app. We're gonna do this test to test our VO2 max and our aerobic capacity on week number 1. And then we're gonna retest it again in week number 6 just to see how well that we develop in the aerobic capacity from the training that we're doing over the course of the next 6 weeks. If you guys want more information about that, check out all the links in the description. Without further ado, let's dive into the PACER test. You! Oh man. All right guys, that's a level 10.1. I am 100% smoked. Look, you might think that little like tests like this are just for athletes for measuring like their performance and output over the course of time. But I feel like with general population, people who aren't training particularly for any specific sport, they're just trying to be functionally strong and athletic for life. Tests like this gamify the way you're training, help you stay consistent, give you something to train towards. And quite personally, I think that for me, like having things like this to do in my program pushes me to actually like go to that dark place when it comes to my conditioning. Otherwise, I wouldn't have any reason to. So I feel like having things like this built in where you're testing yourself and your willpower every 4 to 6 weeks, 8 weeks even, just gives you, again, something to train for. It's gonna help you see if what you're doing is effective or not effective in improving these specific measures and metrics. For instance, this was one of 7 tests we did this week. I had 2 strength tests. One was a 6-minute squat EMOM. The other was a 6-minute push-up EMOM. Then we had 2 more athletic-based tests. One was like a max broad jump. The other was like a 40-yard dash for time. Then we had a core challenge, 3-minute max repetition ab wheel rollout, and then a deep squat mobility test, and then this to test our conditioning. So we're trying to hit every single aspect of the human body and human performance. Get that design in your program. It helps a ton. That's it for me today, guys. I have a little upper bicep and back workout to do now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Get out there, give the pacer, the beep test a try. I'll likely redo this video in about 6 weeks, let you guys know how it goes. Hopefully I get past level 10.1. I feel like today I probably could have gone a few more rounds, but there was a high likelihood of me throwing up, and I've got to go inside and be a husband and a dad the rest of the day. So that's it for this video. If you guys liked it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you guys need any free help with your workouts, your programs, anything like that, check out the links in the description. I've got a free program in there, a $9 basically training guide, video course, and community, and also access to my FFT app and one-on-one coaching. Go check all those links out. Love you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Phew.